Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Atlas 1, Chivas 1, uno a uno esta noche, 3-1 on, or 3-2 on aggregate, 3-2 global. Atlas advanced to the semifinals of the 2022 Liga MX Clausura Liguilla. Still going for that bicampeonato. Atlas get it done. They didn't look like the better team on the night, but they certainly got the job done by hook or by just working it out. They got it done. First goal was scored 45 plus 5th minute, right at the stroke of halftime. Ball crossed in or played over the line. Anibal Chala with a great run, puts it into the far post, bounces over the hand of Guadinho, who just came into the match recently before. 1-0, 1-0 so far. 3-1 global, aggregate 3-1 global. That's the way we go into halftime. 1-0, 3-1 on aggregate. Then in the 69th minute, Jeremy Marquez gets a red card, checked on VAR, elbows the Chivas player. They call him, tell him, call him out, give him the red card, send him off on his way. And Atlas are down a man for the last 20 minutes of the match. And this is the time that Chivas could really take hold and turn this match around. And they almost do. But it takes to the 89th minute for them to score their first goal. J.J. Macias gets the ball right around the penalty spot, above the penalty spot, under the 6-yard box, settles it down, puts it near post, curls it in, puts it past, makes it 1-1, 1-1. Makes it 3-2 on aggregate, 3-2 global, and that's the way the match would end. Chivas keeps putting the ball on, keeps playing chances in. They did before the match, and they certainly did after that goal. They never quit, they never stopped, and they had the chance there. And they honestly, overall, should have maybe won. Should have easily scored in the first half. Should have made that 2-1. Not just 1-1, but the first half chances, none of them went in. Atlas weathered the storm, scored at halftime, pretty much, and basically said, yeah, put Chivas on the back foot, and then they had the time to try to go forward, but they didn't get it done. So full time, Atlas still goes through by the skin of their teeth. Stats are as follows: 38% possession to 61% possession, 8 shots to 19, 4 shots on goal to 4, 264 passes to 408 passes, 64% pass accuracy to 81% pass accuracy, 18 fouls to 5, 0 offside to 1, 5 yellow cards to 1, 1 red card to 0, and 1 corner to 1. Atlas were not the better team tonight. They weren't. It was Chivas by far. Atlas had one goal, one moment, that basically put the tie in their hands and said, hey, they've closed it down, and they didn't do anything else. They did not. The game was not their game. They scored one goal, put the tie farther out of reach. Even if Atlas or Chivas were to score only that one goal, they would have went through on seeding, so it looks a little bit better. But honestly, Chivas should have won this game. I'm sticking to it. Chivas fans can be proud here. They should have scored a goal in the first half. They should have scored another goal in the second half. They should have won this game 3-1, even if that halftime goal still stood. Atlas still scored that, and it was 1-1 going into the half. Chivas should have won this game. Simple as. They were the better team. They were putting on all the chances. Offensively, they were the better team. They were wheeling around. They were speeding around. They were putting on chances. They looked amazing. Defensively, Atlas did what they had to do, but they didn't really... Manhandling, I wouldn't say manhandling the Chivas offense, but putting in tackles, putting in defensive plays, and doing what they had to do. But I wouldn't say manhandling. I think that's a bad word for this. With that being said, Chivas were the better team offensively, and I wouldn't say defensively, but they only let in one goal, and it was a bad rebound, pretty much, a bad rebound that led to a cross, and then the run in, and it bounced over the hand of Guadinho, their second-choice goalkeeper at this time, who got subbed on just right before. You can't get mad at that. I think Chivas, if they took their chances and had scored their chances, they would be going through the semifinals right now. It was just the fact that they ran out of time. If you give them 10 more minutes, they probably get it done. But that's not football. There's no extra time for being 1 goal down. And there's no extra time for being tied on aggregate in this situation either. Which they weren't, but they were getting there. But if they had 10 more minutes, I think they score those 2 goals. But that's not how this happens. It's not. You can't just bank all the stoppage time and say, hey, we want to save it to the second half. If they did, they would have scored the 2 goals. 2 more goals. But who knows if the red card would have happened. So we can't play ifs, ands, or buts here. But Chivas were knocking at the door so much that I'm shocked they didn't break through 3 times. Legitimately. They should have broke through in the first half. They got a second goal. Or they got the first goal that would have been the second goal in that situation. And they should have probably broken through earlier in the second half. Or closer, a lot earlier than the 89th minute. But again, they didn't. Is it because it was their fault? I wouldn't say so. They put the ball on, they took a lot of shots, and they were looking for it the whole time. They just kept going and going and going. And I think, personally, they did pretty damn well to show what they were in this situation and do what they had to do. They were a good team doing what they had to do. Simple as. They were pretty damn good. That's all I can say, is they played good football and they did what they had to do. Simple as. Or Atlas also did what they had to do, but Chivas were doing what they needed to and it just didn't fall for them. They played good football. But Atlas goes through because they had a better first leg and they put it out of reach in the second. Pretty much. And that's the way it truly is. And that is the game for Atlas. They're still going for that bicampeonato. They're in the semifinals. And we will see how it goes for them. And I think it's the winner of Tigres Cruz Azul. I think. Because it's Pachuca versus America. Winner of Tigres Cruz Azul will play out Atlas. I don't think they beat Tigres. I think they do beat Cruz Azul. But I don't think they beat Tigres. I think Tigres are the better team so far this season. But we'll see how it goes. And for me, I think Pachuca beats America. So we'll have a final of Pachuca versus Tigres, probably. But we'll see how that goes. But we'll start with this. Chivas fans, if I were you, you should be proud. You should be proud of your team. They fought their butts off to win this tie, or try to win this tie. They never gave up, and they were knocking on the door. And yeah, the game went out of hand. It got a little bit too far to climb that mountain, but they still tried to keep climbing the whole time, and be proud of that. There's something to build on here. Whether it's Bielsa or whether it's Cadena, there's something to build on. And that's what you need to be proud of. It's probably the best time that Chivas fans have had since Almeida. Or at least the feeling they've had since Almeida. So be happy there's something to build on. Atlas fans, if I were you, y'all got lucky. Y'all got lucky that things didn't go completely south. I said anything could happen, and damn near anything happened. It just never went completely anything. I wanted it to go completely wild, but it didn't. But y'all got lucky. Y'all got the goal that you needed, and other than that, even then it may not have been enough. But it ended up being enough. But I wouldn't say that this game was anywhere close to being dominant, or this tie. This wasn't like the Winter Atlas. This is not. They're not that dominant. They did what they had to do, which I guess is something, but they still only did what they had to do. There was nothing dominant about this tie. So, yeah, you're going through. You still have the bicampeonato to go for. You have 4 games left, or 4 games away from it. Have to beat Tigres or Cruz Azul first. Thing is, though, do you? I think they beat Cruz Azul, but it'd probably be Tigres anyway. Do you? I'm just saying. Got to be really careful with that situation in the semifinals. We'll find out next week who goes to the final and if Atlas is playing for the Bicampeonato or not. Or Tigres goes back to the final and is going back to Champions League. Or does Cruz Azul scrape their way back in? Who knows? We'll find out. But with that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once you subscribe, send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in a playlist. Share it with friends and family. All that great stuff. And I will see you tomorrow for my Toronto FC 2022 jersey unboxing. I will see you for that video. And it'll be up. And then Tuesday, I will be doing Toluca versus Bayer Leverkusen live. I will see you for that. And then Wednesday, the Europa League final. That's what the early part of next week is looking like. I'll see you then. I'm out. Peace.